Now that I have patio furniture, I'm trying to do some recording outside. I apologize for the background noise, but it's too pretty of a day to sit inside. I have done a series so far in this channel of videos about consumerism, specifically regarding the planner community. And I haven't done any of those in a while, mostly because I haven't done a lot of videos in a while. Now that I am getting back into the swing of recording videos for my channel, I thought that this is a topic I would like to revisit. And all it took was opening Instagram to fire me up. I titled this video, "Why I'm Quitting Instagram for Now." That's not entirely accurate. I have not been active on Instagram except for a post here or there for the past several months. I am very sick. I am in end-stage renal disease. Not on dialysis yet. I've been going through surgeries. I've been having outbreaks of gout. This is all happening during the pandemic as well. So it's like my health decided to take a shit. It was already bad, but like it decided to escalate during the pandemic. And I just haven't had a lot of energy. So I've had to be very specific in where I put my energy. And Instagram was just not the place I wanted to put it. So I would pop in there to see what was going on, glance at stories for a hot minute or two, and then go do something else. But I decided to take a look at Instagram because I really did want to start becoming more active there again. And I started scrolling and I got so angry that I had to close it, and I realized that maybe I need to continue to stay away from Instagram for a little while until I am feeling better about it. Now, why is that? What does it have to do with consumerism? I have noticed, and I talked about this in a recent podcast. As a matter of fact, I think this video might be going live the day after that podcast goes up. So check out the Uncurated Life on all the podcast players if you're curious about that. But I noticed that the salesiness of Instagram has gotten really, really bad at the same time that we are in a recession. Like, I don't know if they've officially called it a recession or not. I don't know what they would call it, considering how bad the economy is doing, how many people are out of work, the way that we are currently, as of the filming of this video, still not getting any answers about extended unemployment benefits, here in the US at least. Like, it is a hard time for a lot of people financially, a very hard time. And at the same time, from influencers, both in the planner community and outside of the planner community, it feels like a relentless onslaught of buy this shit that you don't need. There's a few different patterns that I've noticed that are really aggravating me. Before I even get deeper into this, I would like to thank Jen Leeson and Diane Smith in the Llama's Love Lettering Facebook group, because they both articulated their feelings about some of these different things really well. And if you're not in that group, I suggest you go in and check out the thread about last week's podcast where I talked about my petty grievances to find their comments, because they are both like really wise when they're talking about these things. But the patterns that I'm noticing and that are really frustrating to me is and I'm going to disclaim this by saying these are all things I've noticed and talked about for years now, but it feels like they have gotten much more, they're happening more often, they're more obvious, and it feels really like out of touch with everything that's going on the more that you see these things. The first thing is when something gets sent for free to influencers and all of those influencers start talking about it on like the same day. You start seeing posts, you start seeing the same copy within the post that maybe they were expected to post about. It used to be, and this has been a running gag in the planner community, that there was a group of Erin Condren influencers who you could it was like clockwork. When a new Erin Condren release was coming, the Instagram post would start showing up, and then the preview posts, and then the review posts, and they start talking about the greatest thing ever. Here's my link, check it out, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was always like people would talk about it every time, like a freaking like clockwork when it would start happening. But now in the planner community, it's becoming more obvious with way more companies and way more items. You start seeing the same thing over and over again in different feeds. Like suddenly everybody discovered this one item that now is like a must-have. Suddenly everyone discovered these inserts that is now a must-have. Like if it's one person seeing it and then the next person buys it and then the next person buys it, it happens on different days. But when shit starts happening within a day or so of each other, where it was obvious that they both had it coming in the mail at the same time, or all of those people had it coming in the mail at the same time, like it's not a good look. It doesn't look like you found something and you really liked it. It looks like you were sent something or you were offered something and you're publishing it on their time frame, because what it is an advertisement. It's not you choosing something and sharing about it just because you love it. It's being sent something and sharing about it because you were sent something, and sure, you may love it, but it's hard to tell the difference. I'm not directing hate at people who do these things, because I understand that's part of the game you play when you are sent stuff for free. There's often obligations that come with that. Is it really a good look when every time you have a new release, the same 15 people all talk about it on the same day? It doesn't look like people actually gave a shit. It looks like they're performing their employment duties. It always made me chuckle when I saw that, but somehow now with COVID and with the economy the way it is, it's gone from chuckling to being like, no, dude, this is kind of out of touch. One of the things I think I said in the podcast, I can't remember if I said it in the podcast or not, is that a lot of the shit that you're seeing from influencers right now makes me think of the quote, "Let them eat cake," something that was attributed to Marie Antoinette, although as a Marie Antoinette, not fangirl, but somebody who really enjoys reading about her, I also know that that is erroneously attributed to her. But that's what it feels like. It feels out of touch. The second thing that's really been irking me about and making me want to quit Instagram is the swipe ups. The constant swipe ups. This is my outfit of the day. Swipe up to find out what I'm wearing. Oh, look at this new thing that I love. Swipe up to buy it. I have my referral code. I have my referral link. I have my discount code. Again, I'm not hating on people for doing these things. I just am seeing so much of it. And one of the things I'm wondering is that I know income is going down all over the place, and it may be that people who rely on this sort of income because people aren't shopping as much are having to bump up how often they talk about it to try and make up for some of that lost income. And I can't hate on people for trying to make up their lost income. But again, it goes back to the whole let them eat cake thing. It feels kind of gnarly. And when everything that you're talking about, you have an affiliate link for, or you have a referral code for, or you have a swipe up for, if that's all you talk about, it starts to make me wonder, do you only talk about things if you profit from it? This is something that Jen articulated really well in the Facebook group. She talked about making conscientious decisions when it comes to what you buy and asking yourself the question, if you are getting FOMO or if you feel like you want to be purchasing something that somebody is showing you, think about it. Are they profiting from you purchasing that thing? What kickbacks do they get from you purchasing that thing? Are they using that thing once to tell you about it, but then it never shows up again? Think about that before you spend your money, because it may look like they're talking about this thing that they really love, but there may be other reasons besides their love of it that they're talking about it. I don't think that was correct grammar. And again, I know how the whole influencer game works. I know how affiliate marketing works. I use it myself. But no matter how upfront somebody is, the more swipe ups and the more affiliate codes that they throw and the more affiliate links that they throw, it's like, when you have water and you have oil and they don't mix and there's like a skim of oil across, I don't know, is that really how it works? Or maybe it's like when you get the juice from when you cook a turkey and you're trying to make the gravy and you put it in your old measuring cup so that the fat separates off so that you can skim the fat off and use the juice. I'm going way down a rabbit hole here. I really want turkey and gravy right now, mashed potatoes. Oh my God. It feels like however honest your intentions are, the more of that shit that you put out there, it's like a skim of fat. That like a greasy skim of something gnarly, like a greasy skim of untrustworthiness. It's like the gnarly, fatty, oily layer of distrust that contaminates it. And it's not because you suck or you're a totally untrustworthy person. It just, when everything it feels like coming from you is an ad, how can I trust your opinions? If you profit off of everything you share, how can I believe your opinions on those things? Do you know what I'm saying? And again, this was one of those things that didn't bother me as much, but the more that the economy has tanked and the more that I've gotten sick and have had to reassess all sorts of aspects of my life, the less I've wanted to engage with that. And so it's made me not want to be on Instagram. The third thing, and it happens in the planner community with a lot of stuff that people buy and they have all these pens, they have all these planners, and everything that they have is this great thing that you really need. But the real thing that really frustrates me is actually not planner related. It's the Nordstrom Sale. Now, Diane talked about this in the Llama's Love Lettering group, and I had also noticed this because there's kind of two aspects of it. One, the Nordstrom Sale happens every year. I've never shopped at Nordstrom, never shopped the Nordstrom Sale, but I've heard about it every year because every time about this year when they have their anniversary sale, everybody and their mother on Instagram starts talking about it. And this year, it's like people talking about all of these fancy things that you should get from the Nordstrom sale because they're on sale, which is already frustrating enough. But the thing I'm noticing more is that there are people, influencers on Instagram, who are shopping in store at Nordstrom. I don't have any hard evidence for this, but I've seen it in multiple places online, that the reason so many influencers are shopping in store at Nordstrom is because Nordstrom has a campaign where they're paying influencers to shop in store to encourage people to come shop in store during a pandemic, to buy shit they don't need that's super expensive. Like, I don't even feel like I need to rant about this, but it all goes back to people pimping out shit that other people don't need because to make money. Like, I can't. I can't with that, you guys. I try to emphasize in all of my reviews, don't buy this shit unless you actually are going to use it. I'm trying to give you information so you can make informed decisions about the things that you want to buy. Do you actually need it, or do you really want it? Are you going to put it to good use, or are you going to buy it just for the sake of fucking buying it? And it feels like all of this selling online is in the opposite direction. It's not buy it because you need it or buy it because you're going to really use it. It's buy it for the dopamine of buying something. Buy it for the rush of buying something. Buy it for that comfort, that instant comfort you get when you hit purchase and then you get it in the mail. And if that's really how you get happy, then I guess do it. But if you're stressing out about money, or if you're stressing out about having too much stuff, then maybe you should quit Instagram for a while too. Maybe I'm just following the wrong people. I don't know. But I am finding very little there that inspires me, and mostly stuff there that frustrates me. So for now, I'm quitting Instagram. I will post my challenges there because people find them there. But other than that, I might go back into stories once in a while. But honestly, I'll return to Instagram when I am feeling a little less ragey about it. But for right now, the whole let them eat cake atmosphere of Instagram is getting me down. And there's already enough shit in the world to get me down right now. I don't need to voluntarily add stuff to my plate. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What do you think about the salesy nature of Instagram? What do you think about the culture around a lot of items that influencers are trying to sell us? Give me your thoughts in the comments below. What's your relationship with Instagram and other social media? I'm real curious because obviously I have feelings about it. Next week I will have a video out inspired by my friend Kristen Courtwright, who asked me to talk about what to do with your planner when you have no plans. It'll be a little bit of a lighter hearted video, but I promise you I'm not going to encourage you to buy shit that you don't need. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, wash your hands, be careful out there, take care of yourselves, subscribe, and until next time, peace out.